Hello, everyone. Can you do me a favor? When you have some free time, check out Metallic Dice Games at metallicdicegames.com, a first-rate vendor of premium dice and accessories. If you see something you like, use the promo code RBP10 at checkout and save 10% off your purchase. You can use this code as many times as you like, and doing so helps to support this podcast. Check out metallicdicegames.com today and use promo code RBP10 to receive 10% off your order. Thank you for your support.
Warning, this podcast contains mature content, including scenes or descriptions of graphic violence, sexuality, and psychological trauma. Listener discretion is advised.
The Rancor's Brothel presents Impossible Landscapes. A Delta Green campaign by Dennis Detweiler. So Flynn was responsible for Hey Girl. Who was responsible for the other half?
That was me.
This
Okay.
motherfucker.
Well, I wasn't sure.
He had that Cajun shrimp scamping.
Cajun shrimp
That's
scampi.
right.
And he's been blowing in my face.
Jeff, remind me to send you the file called Hey Girl Toot. I think you will enjoy it.
You can put it in the middle of any episode, just at random for the rest of this
And
entire
now,
series.
Hey, girl.
It like becomes the
It's a whole new intro.
it becomes the Wilhelm scream of the Rancor's brothel.
That's what it is.
Anytime
Ian
somebody
to sample it in a song.
Hey Girl.
I'm calling 50 Cent right now.
Yeah, no, it's pretty solid.
I'm honestly not sure why this clip has gotten talked about for like 3 weeks now. It's funny, but it's not that funny.
Hey, girl. Sick.
It's call and response.
So I'm pretty sure this will likely be the first episode after the great deleting of 2021. That's what Jeff and I have decided to call it.
But we didn't lose any of this show, right?
No, we did not lose any of this show.
Only the other
Which
show
I
that has
thought
yet
we
to air.
had. I thought it was gone.
No.
too.
it happened that night.
was gone. Like it vanished from the screen, and then I checked it the next day, and it was there.
Oh, my God.
So I'm going to presume that the powers of Carcosa want this show to continue.
Apparently.
But not the other show.
I kind of hope Jeff leaves it on a cliffhanger. I won't even put the outro on it, so it just goes. Lucas is like, "Hey, what's that?" and it just stops.
That's more fun, actually.
I don't know. I think it's an idea. So anyway,
Put like 30 seconds of silence after it, though.
And then, hey, girl.
And then, hey, girl.
and then the Hey Girl toot.
For the super fans who keep listening till the end.
That's how you get them.
Yeah.
You realize every little second of silence that I add is just more money it costs to put the podcast episode up, right?
That's true.
Worth it.
Also,
That's true.
Lucas for making 95 megabyte episodes, by the way, you prick.
What do they? I don't do anything different than anybody else.
Your episodes are really damn long.
No, they're not. 50 minutes is usually what I try to cut of that.
No. There was an episode the other day that I uploaded. I'm like, I'm going to have plenty of time to do this. And I uploaded it, and it was 96 megabytes.
The one thing I hate is cutting the combat in half. So it might have been an hour and a half. You may not be wrong.
I'm pretty sure it was the Trude Vang talk afterwards, but
That could be. There was like an extra 25 to 30 of us chatting.
Rich
But it was good content. It wasn't
There's
worth
like-
its own ep.
So for anyone who wants to know about Libsyn, so Libsyn does like these bundles. So like I try and buy a moderate bundle, and you can archive and do extra for like $5. It's like, that's no big deal. It's not a huge deal. It's like $15 up to the next tier. So I'm like, it's not really worth it. Most of the time we're going to fit within this time slot if we cut our episodes this long and blah, blah, blah. And it was like the end of the month, and I had to get that specific episode out. And I'm like, oh, it's okay. I'll just archive this stuff and it'll be fine. And then I archived it and went back and went, that motherfucker did not cut a 55-minute episode. He cut like an 85-minute episode. Son of a bitch. And I had to archive again. So that's on you. That's on you.
So how's your day going, Troy?
Not good.
You want to tell the world what you're drinking tonight? Because you usually don't at the table.
He's having un toasty bach.
We'll see how many
He's
more he
toasted
has.
himself.
He doesn't have to drive now.
I probably still won't have more than maybe one or two.
I like how he's already saying he's on to his second when he hasn't finished his first yet. Cheers.
That's how alcoholism works.
So anyway, the great deleting of 2021 lost a shit ton of files that I have stored for like the last...
Year or more.
No. There's stuff on there that's like 4 or 5 years old.
That's also true.
I think I lost the original of Jeff's sausage patties file.
oh, we can pull that back.
No.
We can pull
I
that
have
back.
it. I have the backup somewhere, but like...
Jeff's got nice titties. They look like sausage patties. They make me hungry for some meat.
You need one more line, that's at.
Keep going. Oh, it would be a treat.
All my backups, all whatever is gone. So months and months. I will apologize to Jeff when he's on the show at some point, but I lost multiple sessions of some stuff Jeff had been working on. So not great. So we're in a bit of a weird spot because kind of cut before I wanted to. So we are kind of, just smoothing it out, making it up as we go along. We're kind of picking up a little bit, not necessarily where I want to start, but Troy,
Hi.
you have a character whose name I should know.
Yep. Sure.
Reggie.
For several reasons, but you guys have not picked up on, but that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
What, Reggie?
Nope.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Somewhere around here, I have a sheet that should give me all that information. I don't know why that sheet's coming up before that sheet. But anyway, I believe you were talking to an individual who called themselves Asa.
Would that be Asa Daribondi?
You see a small, sort of furtive, dark-haired, spectacled man in his 30s, dressed in a pristine, exotic lavender suit. You have any skill in art or history?
I do have some skill in art and history.
What is your art in?
Painting.
Is it art
Okay.
history?
No.
What is your history percentage?
40.
Okay. You would immediately place this suit as late 1920s. He extends a hand, well manicured nails. Ah, you have me at a disadvantage, sir. Are you familiar with my work? He extends the hands as if he would like to shake your hand.
Yes, Reginald Dwight.
Ah,
So you said he's in his 30s?
correct. You would say somewhere between say 28 and 35.
Did we ever get like a birth date for him?
I believe so. Yes.
1886.
1886. So he's not
Is it
even
1886? It's later than that. It's got to be later than that.
That's what I have.
Maybe he looks a little older than I thought.
That's what I guess I'm just trying to establish what I know that he has designed the McAllister or the Lundine building yet.
Let me double check Asa's.
1921 was when he was hired to build the McAllister.
Yeah,
So if it's a late 20s suit, this would be after.
right.
Let me see though.
But it wasn't called the McAllister first. It was
Lundine
the
House.
Lundine House. Right.
Correct. The thing that I'm wondering though is he describes him as in his 30s, but in a clear suit style from the 20s. Which, if it's 1886, that wouldn't make
wouldn't work.
sense.
Yeah.
So give me
He
a
was
second.
born in Paris, correct?
He was born in Paris.
Yeah, that's what I have. Born 1886 in Paris.
It might just be a typo miscalculation somewhere in there.
Well, I'm
Oh,
looking to see-
Henry Lundine I also have as born in 1886. So maybe
no.
there was a
They
date
are
that was-
they are both born in 1886. So probably the description of the 30s is incorrect.
Oh, well, hold on. Let's figure out what's going on with that year then.
So 40s going on to 50s, probably more accurate.
So for him to be in the 20s, theoretically, it would have to be 40s, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to
Late
assume that's
20s, yeah.
probably a Detwiller typo. So he probably
Okay.
looks older. He might be in his late
Probably
30s,
mid-40s.
early 40s. In which case, the suit is probably a bit less late 20s, more early to mid 20s. Then.
Okay.
So yeah, no, that's just a misnomer. I'll edit that as a typo.
I'll be DMing Detwiller.
We should all be DMing Detwiller at this point.
And when did he die?
1950 is when he disappeared after drowning the kids.
Correct.
Okay.
So yeah, probably mid to late 30s is
Okay.
probably better. Yeah. No, you get the sense that this is probably an Asa that has already been in Chicago, may have been in New York at this point. Are you familiar with my work?
Well, that's what I'm trying to establish. Like, Is this post Lundine building?
Hard to say. Hard to say for sure from your perspective.
Yes. I've seen your work on the Bellflower House.
Yes, Chicago.
Yes.
Excellent.
Have you done any work anywhere else?
Yes, no, done some work throughout Chicago. Obviously, moved on to New York now.
Any upcoming projects? Any excitement on the horizon?
Yes, I think I'm going to do a hotel. Should be fascinating.
Oh, a hotel, eh?
Architecture is really architecture is an opportunity to reach for the divine, shall we say.
Yeah.
When man builds, man is following in the footsteps of the great creator, is he not? He is creating. And when we build things in the newly minted 20th century, they will stand the test of time. They will be something that will outlast the great works in Italy and in Russia. Perhaps even rival the pyramids themselves. It's quite an undertaking for those in the future, is it not?
Sure. Do you consider yourself a temporary of somebody, say, like, I don't know, Ivo Shandor?
Are you trying to make a witty quip there intentionally, or?
Yeah.
You see, he looks very put off. I don't believe anyone is
Maybe he comes later. I don't know.
doing quite what I'm doing, sir. Lucas and Flynn. I'm just looking at you over here. Gideon and I don't have my sheet up.
I'm gonna wait.
Terry.
Frederick.
Gideon and Dipshit.
Adrian Kirsch.
For whatever reason, it's not pulling it up in my most recent documents. I have it somewhere.
Somebody out there knows who those names are from.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Garrick will be dead in a session. Carry
Nerd.
on. You all hear Reggie talking a couple of stacks over.
I'll make my way over.
Okay. But yes, I think that in the 21st century, we no longer build buildings to, and you both would be hearing this, we no longer build buildings to honor gods. We could literally build buildings to create them.
Interesting. And have you found success in that?
I think I've gotten far closer to divinity than any sort of frocked individual you would see walking the streets today.
And what leads you to believe that?
Sort of a creative je ne sais quoi, sort of a connection to a higher power in terms of line and verse and creation, shall we say. A genesis, if it were. If it is not too blasphemous to say so. You two walk up and see Reggie in conversation with the individual I have described.
Just gonna look at Reggie and cock an eyebrow.
Yes. Please do meet my good friends here. This is Mr. Asa Daribondi.
A pleasure, he says with the rock eyebrow. The people's eyebrow, if you will.
Excellent to meet your acquaintances, the both of you.
Do I recognize him from
That's what I was going to say. Does he look familiar at all?
Dorchester? There's a man who was wet who said he killed children.
Yeah, who was that?
See, there was a man who was wet that
Yeah.
killed children? I
Yeah.
don't remember him being
Didn't he talk
wet.
to Troy?
Yeah.
Troy Rolsan.
I mean, would that be a sand roll? Like,
Everything in this game is a sand roll.
I
You've
figured-
seen this man
Well,
wet.
that's a really good roll.
Yeah, I passed.
We'll call it one unnatural. Yeah, you have seen this man before, but much older and in another place and another time.
Yeah.
Yes,
Of
I know
all of
Troy
the
has
things-
made connections.
No, but of all the things that I've seen, that would not seem weird to me. Like, I've literally been to another dimension. Like, seeing this guy in a bookstore that has been described as out of place.
I mean,
and
at this
time
point,
and
Can't
place.
at this
adjust
point,
to the
you
unnatural,
shouldn't be phased by much else. But yeah,
All right. In that case, I will accept what Troy has said. I will stop. I will stop nickeling and diming, and we'll just make everything a D12.
Dang it, Troy.
broke the game. You broke the game.
When it goes, we'll just go hard. We'll go hard in the paint. So I'll wait for big ones, and then it'll be big sand losses.
Just saying.
Take it back. I take it back. Take it all
It's
back.
entropy. It's the swirling around of the toilet that is Carcosa.
We're all turds mid-flush.
Wait, so far he hasn't mentioned the Lundine house, right?
No.
Because that's not quite a thing.
I mean, it is a thing. It's a building.
But it's not. We weren't sure that he's started it or finished it yet.
Correct. You wouldn't know for sure.
But it wasn't built as a hotel, right?
Correct.
Right.
It was built as a tenement building.
It was built as a personal home.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll kind of partially mention. Did I hear a rumor you were working with the Lundines?
Ah, Henry. Yes, I'm familiar with him since my Chicago days. Yes, he's an excellent lover of art and a seeker of the divine, shall we say.
I see.
How'd you find out about him in Chicago?
We ran in the same social circles.
He was in Chicago? I thought he was...
Yes,
New York.
he is from New York, but he is quite a world traveler. There are many, many things in Chicago that were you could only find in Chicago at the time.
Such as...
I don't know that it's quite my place to say, sir. Did I catch your name, Mr.
Summers.
Mr. Summers? Excellent to meet you, Mr. Summers.
It's not your place to say.
Yes. Code of conduct. Sworn to secrecy, shall we say?
Mason?
Of a sort.
Interesting.
Are there any other buildings that you're planning to work on in the future?
Many.
After working with the Lundines.
Many, many, many. I'm thinking bigger. Something large, something that will connect what I've been searching for this entire time in my artistic career.
What's the hotel we were trying to find that doesn't exist?
Broadalbin.
Thank you.
You have any ideas?
As I was saying to this gentleman, I think it's important to reach for the divine, to reach for the ultimate creation, because in doing so, we can imbibe the metaphysical into the practical. We can reach beyond line and verse into something greater. And I think that's important for anyone who's building something that will stand the test of time to seek for, strive for, shall we say.
I believe I overheard you speaking of implementing the divine. How did you word it? Housing a god, creating a gateway to a god within a building. Am I mistaken on that?
Are you asking me if I'm the keymaster?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's fair. I think that's a fair point.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I'm trying to get at this motherfucker making portals. Just trying not to word it that way. But I have a secondary question to that answer. So answer that question.
Do
first.
you have any sort of artistic skill or any sort
I got
of things
zero
that you
on
can
art.
roll?
Nothing on art. No.
Okay.
But that's not. I'm not questioning that so much. I am, but I'm not.
No, I just think that there are. If your character has persuasive ways to do this, that's what I'm just trying to intend. Or is what Lucas said to me all that you've got?
The follow up to that would be, how do you create a building that houses a god? Is it in the building itself? Is it in the architecture? Is it in the art?
I think you take the meaning a bit too literal, sir. It is something less tangible than that. I appreciate your questions. I hope you'll continue to follow my work. But if you'll excuse me, I do have pressing business. If you'll
Looking for something?
Inspiration, Mr. Summers. Always looking for inspiration.
What better place than a bookstore? You said it yourself. Creation, it's line, it's verse.
It is.
What? Oh.
We shot a guy. He's in this fucking
I
room.
didn't shoot him.
Just to watch him die.
Like, he is right there.
Reginald, a pleasure. And he reaches out to extend a hand.
Indeed.
Mr. Kirsch.
Indeed.
Mr. Summers.
A pleasure, and I'm not going to let go.
He's going to give him a wrestling promo where he pulls him back.
Mr. Daribondi,
Face to face.
I have to say, I was a little starstruck. I am a great admirer of your work. And
Of course.
I do hope you will allow me just a few minutes to kind of pick your brain. You are a fascinating figure, a fascinating mind, and I do hope that you would oblige me that.
I must be going, but I can answer another question if there's another question you have. You can see him. He's not quite pulling away, but he's starting to get the sense that you may intend something a little more, strong arm than what he was really expecting.
What are your intentions for the Broadalbin?
The Broadalbin hasn't been built yet. I intend to do my job as an architect and a scholar, sir.
Do you know where it will be built?
He gives you, I'm not familiar enough with New York geography. He gives you a rough address, like it's going to be built in Midtown or something.
Is it around Madison Square Park? Where?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He confirms, the circles don't entirely overlap, but yes, you get the sense that, yes, where you were searching when Madison Square Park, that's ballpark where it will be built.
It's all a big kiss ass, like something to the effect of "I can't wait to stay in a building that you've built" type of response to that. Like whatever.
Yeah, but Flynn is definitely strong arming a bit so,
for sure. Yeah. We're trying to get info out of the dude.
Yeah. Do I get a sense, just kind of thinking about what I've read time wise, does it make sense that this individual has yet to build the Broadalbin or has yet to remodel it?
Probably yes. You get the sense that he's not done that yet at this point.
But he has plans to.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you already know that he moved to New York with the intention of doing that. That was something that he was doing.
Yeah. But you have plans for it.
Musings, shall we say? Yes.
And who invited you to
I mean, the building's owner, I believe.
who would that be?
I'll be honest, I don't recall. It's not something I've followed up yet with. Still hashing out the details between the various folks. A lot of paperwork and so on and so forth. A lot of red tape to cut, shall we say, which is probably not something someone would say from the 30s.
Burgundy tape.
Tape wasn't a thing in 19.
It wasn't red until like 2000. I don't know.
Yeah, 100%. They couldn't make the tape red.
Make it
until much
red.
later.
It had to be burgundy.
Yeah, come down to the park and get your Cracker Jack and your peanuts. Yeah.
All this talk of implementing a god into a building is just so intriguing to me. Do you know of any groups or societies? It's something I've always been interested in getting into that discuss these sort of things, involve these sort of things.
Depending on your social circle, sir, there are places.
If you're asking me, my bureaucracy is 60, if that helps at all in this type of conversation.
Sure, make a roll.
It's an odd 9.
That's not a bad roll.
Just trying to see if he's a part of some sort of society that we haven't quite sussed out yet.
I mean, there's got to be something with Lundine.
Right, like...
I mean, the wearing the mask, wearing the robes.
I'm not sure that the birth year really makes a difference, but you're not false and thinking that it could because the stars are right.
The months, the dates keep lining up. There's got to be some kind of...
Yeah, but I think it's a justified question of like, if there's a place that I could go to discuss these things and learn about them, can you point me in that direction? Who might be involved? Because maybe there's some answers in that group of individuals.
Man, there's so much in this game. Like, it's crazy for me to search things and flip through because I read things and I go, holy shit, I vaguely remember reading that, but that's a really big clue. I should figure out how to work that into the game. He violently kind of pulls his hand away from Flynn.
Sure.
It is a shame I did not know you some 15, 20 years ago. There was a group, Chicago, that would have been one that I think you would have enjoyed. I do not believe that they exist anymore.
What were they called?
He sort of pulls away from everybody else and kind of pulls you close.
Mm-hmm.
We called ourselves the Brotherhood of the Doors.
You're big fans of the band.
I want to make a stupid joke, but I won't.
Come on, now touch me, baby.
I was going to sing a song that was clearly not the Doors.
Yeah, okay.
I wanted you, after you said the Brotherhood of Doors, I wanted to go, bow, now, now.
I'm sitting there racking my brain like which Doors song fits in this scenario, but I can't think of anything else.
I wanted to do Inagata Defeata.
And I just sort of nod my head like, I see.
Hold on.
It's a shame that they no longer exist.
Hold on. He pulls you even closer. He says, you should perhaps look into, if you've a mind, the Chateau de Port. Perhaps that might be enlightening to you. If you'll excuse me, gentlemen, I must be going. And this time he just, before you can say anything, he turns and walks down the row.
Okay.
Are we letting him go?
I mean, I'm not going to shoot another guy in the head right now, but yeah.
I don't know. I don't think we're gonna, catch him in a time loop here or something, or stop future events from happening. I don't know what you're.
Dun, 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 dun.
You can't break out of those cuffs. Yeah, I would relay to those around me after he leaves the name of these things. I don't speak French, so I don't know what that means.
None of you do. I already checked that.
I mean, Lucas doesn't know what it means either because he doesn't speak French either.
You have Russian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in a bookstore. Can I find do I at least know it's French? I mean, Chateau.
I'm pretty
right?
sure.
Can I find a French translation?
I'm
book?
pretty sure that the man. I'm pretty sure that the man with the slight French accent clued you in that it could possibly be French.
I mean, if I can find a French to English translation book in here, I will.
Yeah, there might be one around here.
Trying not to logic it as somebody who knows what it means, but
No, anyone with a Latin base can probably figure it out. Like anybody
House of
can logic
Doors.
it.
Yeah.
Trying to get there. Trying to get there without metagaming too much.
I don't think logicking out Latin is metagaming too much.
That's fair.
Now, if you had French, you might get more.
I'm willing to bet I don't get
Yeah.
a signal in this shop.
but also,
Yeah, you get 666G. That's what you get there.
666.
but also, in as much as we are players
No.
in a game, like
Yeah.
metagaming is a thing that really doesn't exist. Like,
That's fair.
it's not stupid in my mind if Flynn is having a conversation with somebody for me to later use that information. Like
It's
we're
gonna happen.
we're in a game together. Like
Yeah.
Like I didn't remember that you were the one who saw Daribondi wet, like because we all saw it.
I completely
right?
forgot
Like,
about that.
Yeah.
All right, but so then we discussed this after he's gone. So now we have a new
Well,
lead.
I still haven't decided if I'm not gonna fall.
I mean, I look to the two of you and go, is Chicago a new lead? Or do we stick around here in New York for a while?
Are you in New York?
Or is the McAllister building...
I mean, yes, we could leave this place. And
You're not wrong, but we're not there yet. Until we leave this building, until we leave this shop, we're not there yet. I mean, the question is the McAllister building also considered a house of doors?
I don't think it's out of the realm of craziness for us to already make that connection. I've said that before. Like, I think we've connected that is a thing. I think we've already actually, we already told that. We were told that by Bale.
What?
That the McAllister building is another, whatever,
Sort of.
ley line or whatever.
Correct. Sort of crossing over. Yeah.
Right. Portal, we keep calling them. But that's different information we never had before from a source that is, I guess,
Firsthand.
I guess we can call it reputable.
yeah.
The hand you shook probably only strangled a few children at this point.
Yeah, I did. I was on the verge of asking him how he liked kids.
I was going to do something way more blunt than that.
Dead might have been the answer, though.
How do you move a dead baby, Lucas? Pitchfork. How do you move a live baby, Lucas? Pitchfork. You would get the sense that Daribondi would find the humor in that.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm going to continue looking for the Gray Song because that was my intent. I never made a roll for it or anything. I think I just said I went to the stacks. That's what I was doing. Now that we don't, was the Gray Song in English? Or was it in another language? I don't remember.
Her Gray Song was an English play, I believe.
That's what I
Something
thought.
off Broadway or something to that effect.
Right. I was just, yeah. So I guess I'm in the, I don't know what you would call that, arts and performance poetry section, probably something like that.
You get the sense that this bookshop doesn't exactly have well labeled.
And that's probably fair.
The real question is, are you going together as a group or are you splitting up, gang? That's kind of.
I will tell you that that's what I'm looking for. If you guys want to look for the same thing, that's up to you. Do I need to make a roll, Cody?
Probably. I'm thinking about it.
Were you about to say that you were wanting to follow him?
Yeah.
Because I think I would be of the same mind.
Yeah. If he goes
there are
down,
books that I'm going to look for too, but we found like a huge glowing clue. So
You're also not wrong. I got an 8.
Will you chill the out?
No, I rolled my dice. Give me an answer.
What are the other two doing? Have you decided yet?
following Daribondi.
yeah,
Search rolls?
Sure, still.
Definitely search.
pass.
Pass. Critical pass.
Ooh, look at you go.
You both move down. You see him moving. He kind of goes right and then left and then right and then left. And you come up to a decision. One of you wants to go one way. One of you wants to go the other. What do you do?
I think I rolled better.
He goes the right way, the correct way.
Do you split or do you go?
Oh,
So no, it's down here. Let's go.
I would follow. I would follow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you two are currently together. You f***ed off in another direction.
I haven't moved. I'm looking for a book. Don't point at me.
Okay. Well, if you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice.
My choice was to look for a book.
All right. You're looking for a book where you're at. You two are chasing Daribondi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chasing ghosts.
So for Reggie and Gideon, You come across an odd clearing after moving left, right. You chase down one the other. You see a small area with a round bench in the middle, surrounded by many book-laden shelves. Next to the bench is a crowbar, a scattering of shaved wooden packing material, and the top of a small wooden crate. It's as if a crate has been recently opened.
But no actual open crate.
Thinking that, you look and see that there is a crate shoved under that bench.
I'll pull the crate out.
I'll pick up the crowbar.
Inside the shaved wood packing crate, you see a long leather trench coat on the top.
I will pick it up to see if there's anything underneath.
As you pick it up, you see a full face gas mask, and you see a well-oiled pump shotgun that looks brand new.
Okay.
I say newly acquired toy.
I will pick up the shotgun and the gas mask.
Okay. Anything else you want to do with it?
Is it loaded?
I will check to see if it's loaded.
It is.
Okay.
And as you pull it out of the crate, you see that the crate goes deeper.
I will fish through the crate till I...
As you begin moving through the crate, you find that there are 3 trench coats and 3 gas masks and 3 fully loaded shotguns that are well oiled.
Was I the only one to see that earlier?
The police chasing the...
Yeah.
No, I think we all saw it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody missed it. Wait, forgive me. Were we with Daniel at the time?
Yes.
Yes, we were. Yeah, I believe we did all see it.
I'll just kind of pick the stuff up and look at Gideon. Like, are we supposed to fulfill this loop or?
I'm gonna look at the side of the crate. Is there any shipping information? Top of the crate?
There is not.
I don't know. Is there anything else in there? I'm gonna rifle around.
No. You see 2 or 3 loaded shotguns, 3 trench coats, 3 gas masks.
Have we had, other than seeing those individuals running, have we heard anything about people in gas masks? I mean, I feel like maybe in the Dorchester house when we were on the stage, I feel like there was something with someone saw a vision, but I don't fucking know.
I don't remember that at all. With a gas mask?
I don't know.
I mean, I had a vision, but it wasn't with gas masks that I recall. I had a bug and saw some weird shit, but I don't remember gas masks at all.
So Colwell from Operation Bristol said he was trapped in the bathroom. A man with a shotgun was trying to get in.
Yeah.
No mention of a gas mask, but I mean, we could shotgun up and go to White Plains, see what's going on up there.
I just have a very strong sense that was not a conversation that was happening currently.
And
Correctly?
Currently.
Sorry.
I don't feel like anything
around
here is happening currently.
Well, no, I mean, especially now, but I'm just saying, like,
yeah. Are you seeing? Are you
I
seeing
don't know that
streets
if we
from a
go
different
to
era
White
right
Plains
now?
in the present day that we're going to find anything.
That's a good question. Are you seeing streets from a different era, or are you in current New York right now?
I don't know.
We're in a bookshop.
We're in a bookshop. I don't know
No,
what
you
happens
guys
when we
chased
step
after
out.
someone. You're not in a bookshop.
Yes. We are.
Yeah, they're just deeper in a bookshop.
Yeah, we're still in the bookshop.
Okay.
There.
My I assumed you guys left the bookshop to chase after this
No.
guy. My bad.
No, he just went deeper in the stacks.
Fair enough.
I'm trench coating up. I'm not gonna put on the gas mask, but I'm just gonna
You put on a trench coat and grab a shotgun.
yeah.
Are you putting on a trench coat
Yeah.
and grabbing a shotgun? Are you putting on a gas mask?
I'm not putting on the gas mask.
Okay. So what are you doing with the gas mask, the other shotgun, and the other trench coat?
I would just like put the mask, I'm like just carrying like under my arm or carrying it in my hand or something.
Like clip it on my belt.
Okay. What are your firearm skills
50.
percentage wise? 50?
40.
Let's make rolls on the 50 and the 40.
No.
Ought to.
You having to look at the shotgun, something about it bothers you. It looks pristine, looks like it's never been fired, well oiled, ready to go. You could pump that and blast lead through anyone and anything within a 15-foot radius. The stamp on that shotgun says it was made in 1954.
Okay.
That was a dramatic point at which I was going to kick back to Lucas, but he decided to leave the room, so I'm a bit lost for what I'm going to do next.
We just sit there. I'm like, what a year for shotguns.
Take a pause because I got to pee too. So I'm contemplating whether or not we try to reach back out to either Winston or.
I mean, I feel like people who called us is another team. We don't know who they were or when they were.
Right.
I mean, this, like, with the program, this goes back and back and back. They have so much information that they never gave us. They sent us in blind. But
there are also, am I wrong, sort of been different iterations of Delta Green the program, right? Kind of. I mean, like, I don't know if it's actually in continuity, but we did cells before. They don't do cells anymore.
Correct.
So and that's so much that there's been at least a big shift in operational standards or whatever.
Correct. I don't know how much your character would be aware of that, but Troy, Troy, as a DG player, know that the program has evolved over the years. So, Adrian, you begin moving around. The stacks, looking. Your friends have moved along. Your fellow agents. You hear some footfalls behind you.
Okay.
Hello, sir. Can I help you with anything?
I spin about. Who do I see?
Am I allowed to roll sand on this, Troy?
I don't know.
D12.
What's the context?
D 1d4/1d12. Good luck. You see the man just 30 minutes ago you saw shot in the face, laying in a pool of his own blood, dying. Is that efficiently sand worthy enough? Is that allowed?
That's allowed.
Roll sand, please.
I rolled earlier.
You roll sand now. You don't roll earlier.
I already rolled. It was an odd 8.
Well, roll another odd 8. 1 in 100 chance.
I rolled the 12.
Okay, it's still pretty good.
Still pretty good.
We'll call it 2 from unnatural.
From unnatural?
Yes. You don't get to tick that.
Oh, you don't tick that, dude.
Yeah, you saw this guy shot in the goddamn face, and here he is, perfectly fine, no bullet wound. Although it might be more up if he had a giant bullet wound and was just fine, and brain exposed.
Yeah.
Mr. B.R. Robert, good to see you again. Can I help you find something? We didn't get much of a chance to talk earlier. Hopefully you've enjoyed searching through the stacks.
Is he aware I shot him earlier?
You didn't shoot him.
I did.
Wait,
I took the second shot. Yeah.
I thought you shot.
I shot him. If we only
Barbas.
we've only shot one person in this shop, and I took the second.
Did we shoot Barbas?
I did shoot at Barbas too.
Oh, is that who we shot?
Yeah,
was that who we killed?
because they're both black.
Can you not? Yeah,
I pulled the trigger. I don't remember who I killed.
Well, almost 20.
Until you mentioned it, I forgot Barbas was even in the shop.
This is unreal. I'm sick.
No, you're right. I do remember Barbas now. I completely forgot
He's
that
the
that's
completely different black guy that you shot.
Forgot that we shot Barbas. Shit. So I know I didn't shoot this guy. I shot Barbas only. I look at him probably a little in shock.
I would think a lot in shock.
I kind of look back and forth like, where my friends at? What's going on? I'm looking for a scratches his head copy of her Grace song. Do you got one?
I would imagine so. Right this way. And he starts leading you through the stack.
Oh, he's going to be vengeful.
All I'm looking for. I didn't shoot him. He can't be vengeful to me.
He moves through the stack a little bit. Yes, hopefully you're enjoying yourself, sir. It is a bit of a quirky small shop here that I run, but
it's very interesting.
Yes, not everything is quite where folks expected, but he sort of stops and reaches up, licks his finger. Here you go. And he turns and hands you a copy of Her Grey Song.
I appreciate it. I don't open it right away or anything, but I kind of look at him and say, do you know Mr. Daribondi? He was in here earlier.
I believe that I have had a Daribondi in here. Lots of folks, obviously. In and out.
Small Frenchman, about my height.
Fair enough. Perhaps, yes. The name sounds familiar.
Very interesting man. Spoke of, weird societal things.
Yes. No, we get quite the eclectic group into the bookshop.
Yes. I'm very intrigued by the idea of, many of the ideas that Mr. Daribondi spoke of when he was here. Do you know of anything of House of Doors, that sort of concept?
House of Doors.
To my knowledge, it's a group of occultists that speak of gods and strangeness. It's something that very much intrigues me, that I'm interested in being a part of.
Interesting. Perhaps the Chateau des Portes.
That is it. Yes. Forgive me, I don't speak French. I wasn't sure how to pronounce it properly. I think more than anything, I'm just looking for a way to make contact, learn more about what they are all about, and learn from them.
Follow me, sir.
Sure, I'll follow.
The other two of you with the shotguns and the gas masks and the cloaks, or the sweet trench coats. What would you like to do?
Write a manifesto.
It seems to be the next step.
So we've lost trail of Daribondi.
At this point, yeah. You found some sweet shotguns from 1954.
I'll inspect the bench. Seems like an odd place for a bench.
It is. It's a very odd place for a bench. Nothing strange about the bench other than just a wooden bench, perhaps manufactured out of a crate. Yes.
So I was going to ask, does this area look differently than the rest of the bookshop that we were in?
Not really, other than the fact that it's almost like 2 or 3 bookshelves have collapsed together to create like a round space as opposed to an aisle space, if that makes sense.
Is there another way out of this area besides the way we came in?
No, not without unburying or moving the shelves.
Should we go find Yo Adrian or...
Yeah, we might want to tell him about, and I just kind of hold my arms out and show you my trench coat.
Yeah.
Okay. You see he walks a couple of turns. Yes. Do you speak French?
Sadly, no.
Yes, you did say that. My apologies. He sort of licks his fingers a little bit.
Can you help with that?
Is it necessary to be a part of the group to speak French?
I'm not super familiar with the group, but the Chateau de Port is obviously a very influential building in terms of this whole... Yes, Flynn, take the note because Lucas is too lazy to do so.
I don't have a moleskin. My notes are from like 3 sessions ago.
Okay, so taking fresh notes.
Dropped
that
his
an
pencil.
excuse?
I dropped my pencil.
Dropped his
The Chateau de
fucking pencil.
Port is a pretty influential building in terms of sort of the occult and demonology and a few other things. I don't know that I have the
Demonology.
I don't know that I have the Cabrera book, but and he sort of starts thumbing through just a random assortment of books, and he pulls another one and hands it to you. Yes. Cabrera or Walters may have additional information, but this should be something that would be of great use to you. And he hands you a book called France's Greatest Hauntings.
France's Greatest Hauntings?
Francis.
Or Francis?
Country.
No, like St. Francis of Assisi.
That's you said Francis. I heard Lucas heard Francis, not Francis. Sorry.
Well, Lucas is an idiot. It's France's Greatest Hauntings.
I mean, I heard Francis, but I understood Francis.
I heard Francis, and that's
Who's
why I stuck with it.
Francis and why is she so great at haunting?
He's a saint.
She's got a YouTube channel with like 12 followers. She's 75 years old.
It's Francis again with another spooky haunting.
Saint
I
Francis.
want to see that now. I don't know what it
Saint
is.
Francis.
Just an old lady walking into a building that's obviously haunted like flying around. She's like, oh, this one's a big one.
TikTok.com/Saint Francis.
I just like the idea that maybe she critiques all the ghosts. That's not the way we wore hoop skirts back in my day.
Smash that like button.
We play with the ball and a jig.
Subscribe to get more videos of Francis as we visit the world's most haunted places.
Your support helps fund my exorcisms.
And my hip surgery.
That's what I was hoping you were saying hip surgery or something.
Yes, France, the country's greatest hauntings. Appears to be a fairly old book.
We're getting so many t-shirt ideas this
Yeah,
session.
buddy.
We have Francis Greatest Hauntings.
God, I hope we don't lose this session.
Oh, God.
Don't
back it
delete
up.
this, Cody.
We got Hey Girl.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
I had another question in mind, and then we went on that diatribe. It was an important question too.
Of course it was.
Crucial.
All right, so we have her great song, and then we have Francis Hauntings, or is it Greatest Hauntings? Sorry,
Frances Hauntings is the old woman.
Francis Hauntings.
I've decided that's her name.
Yes.
Frances Hauntings.
Francis Hauntings.
Francis Hauntings is not my real name.
Nobody named Francis is like under the age of 45.
The only people
70.
I know some people named Francis, but they just go by Frankie.
No, anyone named Francis came out of the womb at about 48.
Nope.
Came out of
I know
Settle
two
down,
people
Francis.
that go by Frankie, but are named Francis.
Did they go to Hollywood?
Nope.
Do you have a question for?
I did, but I forgot it. Keep moving on.
Okay.
That's gonna be the one.
You
that
suddenly
broke
hear
this
it.
When I
whole thing
remember, I'll
open.
come back to it.
You hear sort of a ringing noise in the distance as if a door is opened and a bell is chimed. If you'll excuse me, I've got to get that. And he sort of starts walking down the aisles.
Do we hear a chime?
No.
Okay. That's not a good sign.
Adrian, you hear footsteps behind you.
I turn about.
You see two individuals in trench coats with bearing shotguns.
Greetings. Anyway, we found them in a crate and thought it'd be a good idea to put them on.
You found trench coats in a crate.
Yep.
And you just thought you should put them on.
Yep.
Oh, I also
It was
took
drafty.
the crowbar.
Oh yeah, no, you got the Krober.
Where'd you find the crate?
That way.
Back there. We were looking for Daribondi. He
In the shop?
f***ed off. Yeah.
No, we left the shop.
You left. Technically, you left my site. I don't know where you went.
Yeah. We followed the stacks that led us to this weird clearing, and yeah, we found this crate full of. We got what you won,
Thanks.
and a gas mask and a shotgun.
I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming.
Yeah, we got the pun. Thank you. The is the roll?
I don't know.
I don't know. I always want to say spot hidden, and there's not a spot.
Military
Search.
science.
Military science.
Search is the only thing in this game. If that's what you want me to find something.
That's not entirely true, but search is probably the best.
Dodge.
Search or alertness. Which do you want me to do?
I want search.
Dip.
You don't need to be alert.
Well, it's a 70 on my paper. It's an odd 1 on my dice.
Yes, sir.
There's something weird about the glass in the eyes of those gas masks.
Which you guys are not wearing, right?
Correct.
Are they?
No, he put his on his hip, and you're carrying yours. Did you also hand me one of them? Okay, so I look at it and I'm like, the f- is it? So what am I seeing?
It looks like something is etched on the glass of the gas masks.
Well, with an odd 1, what do I read?
You don't read anything from the outside.
Then I will put it on.
Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's
shoot
got to roll
Lucas.
sand in this game.
Lucas, roll sand, please.
Oh, God.
41 is a success.
Are you sure?
41 out of 50. Okay.
I think it's one of those times you wanted to fail the sound roll.
Sometimes you never want to fear the sand roll because when you see that thing, it f***s you up more.
No, that's
Typically, it's a Call of
There's
Cthulhu
some-
thing, but still.
There's some weird, bizarre scratches on the inside of the glass.
Does it appear to be some kind of language?
No, more symbolic in nature.
what's the symbology there?
What's the symbology there?
Not one you're super familiar with.
I will
You're
point
too
that.
sane to.
I will point that out to the other two. There's something etched on these in the glass. Do you guys put these on yet?
No, we're not.
Take a look.
I would take a look.
Roll sand, please.
I rolled an odd 9.
That's not a fail. So it's weird.
It is.
Would an occult roll or
That's what I'm trying to
occult
figure out.
knowledge help me?
There's got to be another roll to this.
It is weird. It's strange.
Unarmed combat.
I can't meta game.
Just put it
I
on.
can't meta game.
Take the bullet.
All right.
We're down a guy tonight, all right? Just put thing on.
Yeah, Frankie
right,
would
I
have jumped
put
in.
it on.
Frankie would have already had all these answers.
Roll sand. Oh yeah. Here.
I made it.
Damn it.
Can I just lie and say I didn't get it?
Sure, let's do that.
God, now's the time I roll well. It's this
It's that damn.
Rancor's Brothel TM official licensed dice tray.
You're welcome.
Yeah. There.
Kind
Makes
of.
a great stocking stuffer.
It would make a great stocking in her stuffer. You know what I'm saying?
You could stuff her
Whoa.
stocking
Yep.
with this Rancor's Brothel TM official licensed product.
We haven't even made a tease for that kind of thing, have we?
You all recognize the symbol on the inside of the gas mask is what you've told to be the yellow sign.
But we're fine looking at it.
We've already seen it.
Apparently.
Right. Failing it would have been an interesting.
Yeah, no,
choice.
sure, for sure, it would have been a different reaction. But we've seen it. At least some of it. Some of us have seen it on the book. Not all of us, but some of us.
I think you all have had exposure to the yellow sign at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It's just failing that would have been very, very interesting. I apologize to Detwiller.
I don't know if my current character has. My previous character maybe, but I don't know
Okay,
if
then roll 1d4, Lucas.
my current character has.
Roll 1d4.
No, I'm good.
Our current,
No, I don't want to.
our current characters know everything our previous characters did.
I guess that's fair.
But yes, the inside of the glass of these are all scratched with the yellow sign. It almost makes it impossible to see through the glass without seeing the yellow sign.
That could be problematic.
Question.
Yes.
Are we seeing the yellow sign as in the old school or the one we know of as...
You're only seeing Detwiller's cool, new, Impossible Landscapes yellow sign.
Okay.
What is that? I haven't actually seen it.
I think you have. I'm pretty sure I've sent images of it in the
Oh, you probably have.
in the chat.
It may or may not have been on 1 or 2 clues, but I don't remember which clues.
Does it totally obscure our vision in the thing, or is it just like very noticeable?
It's very noticeable. It does not obscure your vision.
Okay. What have you been doing since we found these nice, accoutrements?
You talking to me?
Yes.
I've got 2 books. First of all, I found Her Grey Song.
Nice.
Nice.
Which, by the way, sorry, Lucas forgets that guy's name.
Mr. Robert.
Thank you, Mr. Robert, who, by the way, is no longer bleeding out, found for me. And I also have this book that appears to be about some occult information that may or may not be somewhat connected to the House of Doors.
What's the House of Doors?
Chateau de, what was it? I told you what that was. Chateau something. I told your character just beforehand what that was.
Chateau de Port.
Thank you.
Which chateau doesn't technically mean house.
No, it does not. That's maison.
Yeah.
The person with 9 years of French can correct you. It does not mean house.
Are you correct in Detwiller then?
No.
No, you
was
said
my-
You
house.
said house. We said house.
Sorry.
Chateau.
Yeah.
Is it castle?
Yeah, it's more of
Chateau
a
is closer to castle.
I'd say it's
Okay.
more mansion
it's
or
a
castle.
estate or mansion, right?
Mansion, estate, those are all much.
Okay.
If we were playing, sort of hot
That's-
and cold, you're much
Someone
hotter
who's
with
never
mansion.
taken French, but yeah.
Yeah. Chateau is going to be way closer to mansion, estate, castle than it is going to be house, abode,
Okay.
building. So you wouldn't call your standard, 2-bedroom house a chateau.
But again, I would have told you what Daribondi told me about the House of Doors and then Chateau de Port. And then,
Well, we were all there.
so no, he whispered it to me.
Oh, did he?
So yeah, you may not have necessarily heard it. After he f***ed off, I would have said something and then you guys followed him. Or maybe I'm telling you now, either way, you know about it. But I wonder, and this is just Lucas being weird, I wonder if it's House of Doors, but now it's Chateau being a higher version of the house itself, a mansion, an estate. Maybe it has expanded. Maybe it is a larger thing. Maybe it is a bigger thing than it used to be. Now it's a chateau.
No one has told you house. You just keep making it up.
Yeah. I think I'm the one that mistranslated.
Okay, well, maybe that's fair.
Yeah.
Brotherhood of the Doors.
Brotherhood was the original word. We've gone from brotherhood to chateau. So there's either an expansion there or just a different translation.
I don't get the translation. I think a brotherhood is a group, and the doors thing. I mean, obviously, doors are important. Like we've
No, absolutely. There's portals, doors, same thing. Contact, right?
That famous Doors song.
Hello, my baby, won't you tell me your name?
The Doors.
I love the Doors.
I love the Doors too.
I think it's going
I
to be
grew up
great
on
to
'em.
keep making Doors references for songs that aren't the Doors. They were great in Dark Side of the Moon.
Do you know if you
What?
line up the Doors album with Wizard of Oz, it's like perfect.
Thank you. But you got to make it not the Wizard of Oz. You gotta
yeah. I
make
was
it
gonna say
if you're gonna say it's a different band.
Spaceballs.
What do you, Spaceballs? I'll give you Spaceballs.
the door. You line up the Doors album with Ben-Hur. I don't know.
Yeah.
The 10 Commandments, and you play it 95
I don't
times.
know. If you line up Queen with Underworld, I don't know. It's some weird shit.
Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah.
I love to ride my bicycle. She's
but
killing
you have to do it at
slicing vampire.
This is perfect.
but you have to do it at 75% speed.
Yeah. Got to slow down. And you got to roll it back whenever they do the. Yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody. What? She's just killing
The
werewolves.
bicycle race would be when she's on her motorcycle.
for sure.
Love to ride my bicycle.
Fat bottom girls. Where does that fit in?
Just Kate Beckinsale.
That's also fair.
Another one bites the dust. Vampire killing. Oh my God!
I
We
told you
figured
it
out.
was right. It was all there all along.
All right, we end this session. We go watch Underworld with Queen.
I mean,
Who's got the drugs?
Queen did make two of the greatest albums for movies of all time. So
Highlander and Flash.
Flash Gordon's way better than the Highlander soundtrack, I must
I
say.
would disagree, sir.
You would, but you're a Highlander nerd. So
That is true.
nothing is better than Flash. Dun, 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 dun. Ah! That's the best. Our title track and additional musical arrangements were provided by friend of the podcast, Ian Shannon. Find more of his work at sleepfortheweary.com. Like what you heard? Check out more episodes online at rancorsbrothel.com or the Rancors Brothel on Facebook. You can also interact with other listeners at the Fans of the Rancors Brothel Facebook page. Want to contact us? Reach out to @Rancors_Brothel on Twitter or via email at therancorsbrothel@gmail.com. Most of all, keep circulating the tapes. Much love, everyone.